less. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes.
Alright, so Dark-type Pokémon, they're like the stealthy ninjas of the Pokémon world, you know? They've got this amazing offense capability, but they're not into playing fair. Nah, they prefer sneaky tricks and surprise attacks. Imagine this, your Pokémon's all pumped up after pulling off a sword dance, then boom. Out of the blue, the opponent's Sableye hits back with foul play. Sneaky, right? That's the Dark Pokémon for you, always keeping you on your toes. They might not be the flashy types, but trust me, they're the underworld behind the scenes. And let me tell you, in Gen 9, Dark types are everywhere, shaking up the whole game. So let's dig into the top 10 strongest Dark-type Pokémon and see who's ruling the underworld. Right after my intro. Let's go. Due to their few resistances, Dark-type Pokémon aren't usually seen as defensive wall. But in this video, we're shining a spotlight on a rare exception, Mandibuzz ranking at number 10. Both of Mandibuzz's attack stats are pretty low, but don't let that fool you. This bird's stats are all about defense, with HP as its top priority. Thanks to its dark and flying typing, Mandibuzz is immune to 2 types and resists to 3 types more, quite good. And with moves like Roost, it can stay on the field for a long time. It's like the ultimate annoyance for offensive players. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though Mandibuzz's attack stats are not good, it still poses a threat. Moves like Toxic and Foul Play can chip away at opponents' health, and Knockoff can mess with their strategies by removing their items. And Mandibuzz isn't just a one-trick bird, it's got moves like Defog to control entry hazards, U-turn to switch and teammates safely, and Tailwind and Snarl for double battles. Sure, Mandibuzz took a hit in Generation 9, with recovery moves being nerfed. But don't count it out just yet. Its strategic gameplay and design make it an annoying foe that'll keep you on your toes. So, next time you're in battle, watch out for Mandibuzz is a force to be reckoned with. At number 9, we have Meowscarada, a star Pokémon from the 9th generation, famed for its incredible speed. Ever since its debut, Meowscarada has been making waves with its 120 physical attack and 123 speed, make it the fastest starter Pokémon. But what really sets it apart is its exclusive move, Flower Trick. This move always lands critical hits, ignoring any boosts the opponent may have, whether they're relying on screens or setup moves. But Meowscarada's versatility doesn't stop there. Thanks to its Protean ability, it can change its type during battles, making it incredibly adaptable. Need to dodge a tough hit? No problem. Meowscarada can switch to a type that resists it, and because of always having stab boosting for its first move, Meowscarada can cause a huge amount of damage. Now, you might be wondering, is Protean too good to be true? While it's true that it's been limited to once per battle, Meowscarada remains a force to be reckoned with. With its blazing speed, it puts immediate pressure on opponents, controlling the flow of battle. But Meowscarada isn't just about offense, it's a versatile team player. With moves like Knockoff, Sucker Punch, U-turn, Spikes, Taunt, and Trick, it disrupts opponents' strategies and keeps them guessing. And let's not forget its secret weapon, a move that halves the opponent's Pokémon's health, no matter their role in the battle. As one of the premier Pokémon for setting up field conditions and hazards, Tyranitar has consistently ranked among the top favorites since Generation 2. Like other weather setters, its dark rock typing may come with its fair share of weaknesses, but its numbers of resistances, combined with its sturdy defense and HP stats, make it a formidable opponent that's hard to take down quickly. Moreover, Tyranitar's strength is further bolstered by the sandstorm it creates, providing it with ample opportunities to lay a trap of stones around the foe with Stealth Rock or raise its stats with Dragon Dance. In Generation 9, Tyranitar gains even more versatility with the addition of Knockoff, a move that not only deals significant damage, but also removes opponents' held items. Whether it's in single battles or as part of a sandstorm-setting duo with partners like Excadrill or Houndstone, Tyranitar proves its worth time and again. However, despite its undeniable strengths, Tyranitar faces tough checks and counters in the current metagame. Pokémon like Ogerpon, Urshifu, and Great Tusk present formidable challenges, potentially make Tyranitar ineffective if not countered properly. While this may have impacted Tyranitar's usage rate, it's only a matter of time before we see it making a comeback on the battlefield. As strategies evolve and adapt, Tyranitar's strategic importance will undoubtedly secure its place as a top contender once again. Entry hazards play a crucial role in Pokémon battles, offering long-lasting advantages that are both easy to set up and troublesome to remove. Imagine the impact of spending one turn to spread spikes. Now picture doing that while dealing significant damage to your opponent. That's where Hisuian Samurott, hailing from the Hisuian region, steps in with its exclusive move, Ceaseless Edge. This move makes Hisuian Samurott the ultimate entry hazard setter in 6 vs 6 single battle mode. With almost no drawbacks and a 50% boost from the sharpness ability, Hisuian Samurott can continuously spam this move to weaken opponents and set the stage for victory. What's more, Ceaseless Edge is an attack move, granting Hisuian Samurott immunity to being blocked by Taunt and Magic Bounce. Plus, no Pokémon is immune to Dark-type attacks, making it challenging for opponents to prevent Hisuian Samurott from spreading at least 2 layers of spikes. Despite its newfound value from exclusive moves like Ceaseless Edge and its diverse move pool featuring Taunt, Knockoff, Aqua Jet, and Sucker Punch, Hisuian Samurott does have its drawbacks. Its stat distribution, with average speed and defense stats, limits its full potential. Nonetheless, Hisuian Samurott still shines brighter than its counterparts, proving to be a formidable force in battle. When discussing Dragon-type Pokémon like Garchomp and Salamence's vulnerability to Ice Shard moves, it's often Weavile's Ice Shard move that comes to mind. Weavile serves as a prime example of a glass cannon, boasting impressive offensive capabilities but lacking in defense. With numerous weaknesses and minimal defensive prowess, Weavile can fall to even a mediocre attack. Its defense stat is merely for show, offering little practical protection. However, Weavile compensates with blazing speed and a formidable physical attack stat of 120. Benefiting from its Ice Dark typing, Weavile can effectively target a wide range of Pokémon with its stab attacks, with only 51 Pokémon capable of resisting its hits. Equipped with choice bands, Weavile can swiftly defeat opponents, while a successful Sword Dance can transform it into a potent late-game sweeper. These unique qualities set Weavile apart, at least until the emergence of Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao possesses all of Weavile's strengths and more, surpassing it in many aspects. Unlike Weavile, Chien-Pao boasts the exclusive Sword of Ruins ability, considered broken by many. Often dubbed Mega Weavile, Chien-Pao's prowess in offense is unmatched. However, despite being overshadowed by Chien-Pao in terms of offensive power, Weavile offers valuable utility through moves like Fake Out for teammate support, Taunt to disrupt opposing strategies, and Knockoff to remove opponents' items. Additionally, its ability to hold the dice allows it to nullify Focus Sash with moves like Icicle Spear. While Weavile may play second fiddle to Chien-Pao in terms of offense, its versatility and utility make it a valuable asset in any team composition. As previously mentioned, Generation 9 brought a significant nerf to the Protean ability, impacting Greninja, the first Pokémon to possess this ability. Greninja may not be as formidable as it was in the 6th and 7th generations. Moreover, it falls short compared to another Protean user, Meowscarada. Meowscarada is only 1 speed point faster than Greninja, yet this difference is significant. But Greninja's higher ranking is due to its secondary ability, Battle Bond. However, Generation 9 altered this ability, removing Greninja's ability to transform into its Ash Greninja form. This ability now boosts its attack and speed stats by 1 stage after defeating its first opponent. Despite Battle Bond can only activate once and is lost upon switching out, it has proven to enhance Greninja's offensive capabilities significantly. Initially, many fans were disappointed by the loss of Greninja's Ash Greninja form, mainly due to its iconic appearance in the anime. However, practical experience revealed that The new Battle Bond ability boosts Greninja's offensive power better, making it a fearsome sweeper on the battlefield. When a Pokémon like Gyarados can destroy opponents after just one turn using Dragon Dance, why can't Greninja do the same? Moreover, having up to 4 attack moves without sacrificing a move slot for its Frog Dance, Greninja becomes a versatile and formidable opponent. Despite its initial setbacks, Battle Bond Greninja has proven nearly unstoppable and challenging to counter. Even opponents that outspeed Greninja must remain cautious of its priority move, Water Shuriken. When supported in rainy conditions and Terra Water, Greninja's destructive potential becomes even more apparent. With stats like 60 speed, 65 physical defense, and 75 special defense, Grimmsnarl might seem lackluster at first glance. Any Pokémon with that low speed and below average defense stats should be considered as a weak Pokémon. However, Grimmsnarl's unique abilities and moveset completely overshadow these apparent weaknesses. Grimmsnarl's prankster ability is its saving grace, granting priority to its status moves regardless of its speed. This allows Grimmsnarl to set up screens like Light Screen and Reflect immediately, greatly enhancing its team's defensive capabilities. Despite its modest defensive stats, Grimmsnarl becomes surprisingly resilient with these screens in place. Additionally, its Dark typing prevents faster prankster Pokémon from blocking it with Taunt, further solidifying its role as a premier screen setter. While Grimmsnarl's screen-setting prowess may not shine as brightly in single battles, where a match will be longer and there are many Pokémon can use Defog, it truly shines in doubles. A single use of Reflector Light Screen benefits its entire team for the duration of the match. Even if Grimmsnarl is swiftly defeated afterward, it has fulfilled its duty, although defeating it is not simple. Furthermore, Grimmsnarl possesses a myriad of other moves, such as Fake Out to disrupt opponents, Trick to disrupt opponents, Thunder Wave to disrupt opponents, and Parting Shot to disrupt opponents too, making it a constant nuisance for anyone in front of it. In summary, Grimmsnarl's ability to make opponents miserable is undeniable. Its only drawback lies in its inability to carry more than 4 moves. Nevertheless, Grimmsnarl remains a formidable force on the battlefield, capable of turning the tide of battle with its strategic utility. Another Pokémon often compared to Grimmsnarl, particularly for its effectiveness in double battles, is Incineroar. This fiery cat has one of the most popular abilities, Intimidate, which immediately lowers the opponent's physical attack upon entering the field. While it lacks Grimmsnarl's versatility in reducing damage taken from both physical and special attacks, Incineroar compensates by avoiding the 4 moves syndrome and being able to act effectively from the get-go. With 4 move slots, Incineroar can comfortably carry annoying moves like Fake Out and Parting Shot. These moves allow it to disrupt opponents' strategies and create opportunities for its teammates, wasting no time in asserting its presence on the battlefield. In addition to its utility, Incineroar has impressive offensive capabilities. While both Pokémon possess high attack stats, Incineroar's strongest stab move, Flare Blitz, packs a powerful punch with a base power of 120 compared to Grimmsnarl's Play Rough at 90 base power. With no need for EV investment in offense, Incineroar can quickly defeat threats like Amoonguss in just 2 turns, making it a valuable asset on any team. In summary, Incineroar's combination of utility, offensive prowess, and adaptability has solidified its status as a staple in tournament play since the 7th generation. Its continued prominence in the 9th generation comes as no surprise, as it remains a cornerstone of successful teams in the competitive Pokémon match. Before revealing our top 2 contenders, let's give a nod to some honorable mentions. Firstly, let's talk about Mega Pokemon forms with the Dark type. Mega Tyranitar remains largely unchanged from its base form. Mega Gyarados, on the other hand, receives a significant offensive boost with Mold Breaker, allowing it to handle troublesome Pokemon like Quagsire, Rotom, or Mimikyu with ease. However, the most notable upgrade goes to Mega Sableye, which gains the Magic Bounce ability, transforming it from a fragile Pokemon into a bulky nightmare for opponents who like to use control teams. With Mega Sableye on the field, opponents find themselves frustrated as their strategies are reflected back at them. Another honorable mention goes to Hydreigon. With Fairy-type Pokemon reigning supreme in popularity, using a Pokemon with a Dragon Dark typing proves challenging. However, in the 9th generation, Hydreigon gains new way to deal with them, It is the Tera Stylized mechanism, allowing it to Tera into fire, steel, or poison types to mitigate its weaknesses. With Levitate ensuring immunity to ground-type moves, everyone will remember how scary Hydreigon used to be. But of course, being forced to use Tera is also a pretty big drawback. In second place, we have a Pokemon that also has Dragon and Dark dual types, similar to Hydreigon, Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon excels in every aspect compared to that three-headed dragon. With an ideally stat distribution, it possesses an impressive physical attack power of up to 139. What sets it apart further is its photosynthesis ability, which boosts its highest stats by one stage under sunlight or with a booster energy. This makes Roaring Moon a formidable force, whether it's outspeeding opponents or delivering devastating blows. Additionally, Roaring Moon can now see Dragon Dance, enhancing its already impressive stats even further. With a diverse moveset consisting of Knockoff, Acrobatics, and Earthquake, it can effectively cover a wide range of Pokemon types, boasting super effectiveness against 718 Pokemon. That is the reason why it even does not need any Dragon-type attack move. And that's without even utilizing Tera Stylized, a mechanic that fades after Generation 9. However, Roaring Moon's reliance on Tera to mitigate weaknesses, akin to Hydreigon, and if not using Tera, leaves it vulnerable to common types like Fighting, Ice, and especially Fairy. While it can increase its speed with photosynthesis, the lack of priority moves leaves it susceptible to some Pokemon like Qianpao, Weavile, or Baxcalibur. Determining the ranking between Roaring Moon and Kingambit proves challenging, as both Pokemon have impressive bulk and exceptionally high attack power. They shine in single battles, and hold their own in double battles as well. However, upon careful consideration, I lean towards rating Kingambit higher at this time. One reason for this decision is Kingambit's access to Sucker Punch, a priority move that allows it to smack any Pokemon that dares to challenge it. In contrast, Roaring Moon lacks priority moves, putting it at a disadvantage in certain scenarios. Additionally, while both Pokemon share a serious X4 weakness, Kingambit has fewer weaknesses overall and has resistance to a wider array of types. Notably, it resists up to 9 types, and is immune to 2 types, including Poison, making it easier to switch in. Another factor favoring Kingambit is its abilities. Defiant enables Kingambit to shrug off opponents' Intimidate abilities, while Supreme Overlord transforms it into an exceptionally potent late-game sweeper. Unlike Roaring Moon, which may lose its ability's effect upon withdrawal and only be activated in some conditions, Kingambit doesn't face such concerns. In light of these considerations, it's reasonable to award Kingambit the top position. And that wraps up my list of the top 10 Dark-type Pokemon, based on my personal opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share them in the comments below. You might be wondering why there aren't any legendary Pokemon included here. Well, as I was putting this video together, it dawned on me that there are exactly 10 mythical and legendary Pokemon with the Dark-type. So stay tuned for another video dedicated to them. Make sure to subscribe to get notified when it's released. And now, goodbye, peace.